I had a whole whack of relay switches, 12 volt relay switches laying around. I thought, well, I should do something with them. Like, I've got 100, 200, 300, I don't know, I didn't even count them. There's just like too many. I thought I should make something. So I looked up this circuit here. And it seems, well, that was fun, that, you know, I could probably make something like that out of parts I have laying around. So I started looking for parts, and what did I find? Let me get this guy set up here. Here we go. Found some relays, 12 volt relays. Found myself a little transistor, 1K resistor, 4007 diode. So I thought, yeah, let's build something out of these things. So seeing as I got tons of these guys laying around, instead of just building one at a time, I designed just, well, didn't really design, just sort of copied the internet diagram, changed it to 12 volt instead of 5 because these are 12 volt relays, and sent them off to China to get printed out. Came back okay. Hey, no mistakes, so that was alright. So little connectors go up in here, resistors go along there, transistors go along there for the signal that comes in over here. Diodes across the relay so that they don't, bounce around and, do funny things. Need that diode in there to make sure that everything's working cool. What's up with this camera? Come on, here we go. It's crooked. Oh well. So anyway, I stuck that together. Of course I put in really small connectors here. I should have put in bigger ones, but at the time I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So how it turned out, if I have one ready here, is kind of like, I'm going to zoom out here now. There we go. So this is kind of it put together. I just screwed it down on the board. Now to test it, I hooked up just, LED strips. I just cut, 3 off each strip. I think I got red, green, blue, and white here. A power supply up in the corner here. It's just running 12 volt. So the 12 volt comes in to here, powers the relay, and also the relay takes that 12 volts and takes it out through these 4 pins here. So the signal comes in 3.3 to 5 volt. The 1K seems to be fine with that. And these are all grounds up here, and this is all grounds here for, the stuff. So now to test it, I've hooked it up to an Arduino. This one here is an ESP development board. Get some wires out of the way here. These batteries were just for testing the 3 volt signal to get it working, just to make sure it was working. So yeah, that came with software on it already, that particular board, which is pretty cool. I think it's a Lua. Let's see, the phone app. I'll try to fire that up, see if I can get that one going. Okay. Now, what's different about the ESP is that everything's like a negative output instead of a positive output. So when these red lights are on, that means that it's a negative output. The relays are kind of a positive input. So here, let me just flick a couple on or off here. Now there's the red on here. the green, come on baby, and the blue, and the white. So notice that these lights go off instead of on. I don't know, ESP's weird like that. So that's how that works. It just takes the 12 volts right from the power supply and shoots it through the relays and outputs it to the strings here. Anyway, that was just one experiment with the ESP. I thought that was kind of cool, just by flicking them on and off here. It should be showing up in the camera, I would imagine. Yeah, I would think. That's just IoT software. Gone through the Wi-Fi, and it's just called IoT, that little red dot there. Okay, so let me get those things off if possible. There we go, those are all off. So those can be hooked up to, like, you know, multiple strings of LEDs of the 300 or whatever, as long as the power supply can handle it. Now I don't know how much amperage this little board's going to be able to do, but, you know, for, you know, just pooping around with stuff, you know, seems to be okay. So I get this one out of the way here. Might as well shut her down. There we go. And just hang on 1 second. Let's see if I can get this monstrosity of wires up here and see what happens. So there's another board that I'd put together. The wires are probably going to all pop off and fall all over the place. Get the ESP, or pardon me, the Arduino plugged in here. There we go. And of course it's not working because a wire fell out. Let me see if I can figure out which wire it is and get it going. Not one, not that one, not that one, that one, that one. I think. There we go. I didn't have all the power switches on. So anyway, these are just LED strips of just blue ones. Now, what a freaking nightmare. Anyway, there's all them blue LEDs. I just got them blinking on, you know, different relays. And there's a little pot I put in here for adjusting the speed, so it can go slower or faster. And it can actually go pretty crazy fast. Maybe enough to drive you crazy after a while. Yeah, the relay's just going crazy. Alright. Anyway, that's the relay project. That's basically all I was doing, was trying to get rid of a bunch of relays, and got rid of probably 1% of them now, so nice little mess. Nice little pile of stuff. You should check out Pile of Stuff channel too. He's always doing weird stuff, cool stuff. Anyway, that's my little relay project. I hope you enjoyed it. See you later.